The preseason is in full swing.
Word?
Baker and the Browns square off with Jameis and the Bucks.
Oh, I love it.
The story starts here. Browns, Bucks, Friday at 7:30 live on NFL Network. Yeah. Woo, wait, it's going to be a good one.
NFL Network.
That's right. That's my movie voice, kid.
That was really good.
I figured you'd be hungover today after your birthday, no?
No.
Fresh. Did a Toya jump out of the cake, or was it Peg Bundy?
Hey, talk
Peg
about it.
Bundy. We
Maybe
were
it
in
was
Chicago.
Peg Bundy. Yeah.
Married to the Children.
You're
We were
right,
doing a
baby.
tour of all the famous places. You weren't here to discuss Josh Gordon. And his return, of course, he was at the facility. He was in the locker room yesterday. Let's say good morning to Will Selva with more on Josh Gordon and the Patriots.
Absolutely. What's going on there, Kay and guys? And Nate, happy belated birthday to you. I love the fact that you took a day off on your birthday. Come on. Nate, you're not 12. You're not 12 for crying out loud, Nate. Come in studio. We need you. That's
right.
how much
My bad,
I love
my
you,
bad.
my friend.
My bad, Will. I love you too.
All right, either way, back to the business at hand, Kay. The Patriots welcoming back wide receiver Josh Gordon to practice. The league reinstating Gordon on a conditional basis. Gordon out there stretching with his teammates. Rex Burkhead, speaking up, calling it a pleasure to see Gordon around again. As part of the terms of his conditional reinstatement, he will not be able to participate in the Patriots' Thursday night preseason game against the Panthers. Head coach Bill Belichick explaining what it's like to have Gordon back on the field as only he can.
Yeah, I mean, I'll release a statement on that. I have nothing to add to it. That's where we're at.
Did he come in and, or how would you describe, did he come in good shape, or were you pleased with how he maintained himself?
Yeah, I think I've already covered all that.
Bill,
Did you get a copy of the statement?
I saw it on Twitter, but it's been a couple.
Yeah, sorry. I mean, I don't do my face, but I mean, we're happy to give you a copy of it. It's really, that's where I'm at.
Oh, my face. I love it. Belichick, we would imagine, happy to see another one of his wide receivers back on the field. Julian Edelman. Edelman practicing for the first time after passing a physical. He suffered a broken thumb back in January. The Super Bowl MVP inking a 2-year deal in May. Edelman and the Pats will be seeing quarterback Cam Newton on Thursday night for their preseason game. Head coach Ron Rivera saying Newton will start, but didn't reveal how much he'll play. Newton is coming off shoulder surgery, so his new throwing motion will be on display. I'm sure his trash talking will be as well. He told Bills rookie Ed Oliver, and this is an exact quote, when we get done with him, he's going to need an asthma pump and a gas mask. So a happy, healthy Cam is best for everybody. So he's going to be out there. We're going to see that new throwing motion as well.
Yeah, what does that reworked throwing motion look like? I'm excited to see, and that brings us to big deal or no big deal here at the breakfast table. We'll Selva, we appreciate you. We'll check in with you for the headlines throughout the day. So we know what happened. Shoulder injury, knocked him out. He had to have surgery. Their season derailed. They went in a slump. They lost 7 straight games. We know that. Big deal or no big deal that we will see Cam debut that reworked, new, fangled throwing motion against the Patriots.
The fact they're playing Cam in a preseason game is a big deal. I think a lot of NFL teams are looking at the analysis of, is it worth playing these guys? And we've seen the Rams already put Jared Goff on ice. I don't think we're going to see much more at Trubisky. The new wave is that you don't even risk it. Don't even play these players. We know what they can do through practice. And with the Carolina Panthers, they've had some intense practices. So big deal that Ron Rivera is rolling them out in the preseason. Maybe it's to see if he's got the same chemistry with the guys after maybe being away all offseason and having to work that arm. But I don't know if I'm not questioning Ron, but I don't know if I'd necessarily be rolling out Cam Newton week 3 of the preseason. Not after what he's been through.
This is unique. The last time we saw Cam, he was losing 12-9 and throwing for 130 yards and a pick against the Saints. It wasn't Cam. They were losing 6 games in a row. I think we need to see him. I'd like to see him. And I'm actually really excited to see him because there's no one whose vibe and mood is more obvious than Cam's in the entire sport. It's like the second your wife walks in the door, you know what kind of mood she's in. Cam gets behind center on the first play, you're like, okay, we got Cam. Good Cam. Cam's disgruntled or Cam doesn't feel right. This is a must-watch appointment preseason for me.
All right, I'm going to go with a big deal as well. And here's the thing. You hear mechanics. You think, what's the big deal? It's just a guy switching up his mechanics.
Sure.
I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with these videos. There's something going around by the Boston Mechanics, and there's these robots.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
You see that?
Yeah.
No vert. Terrible vert.
No, terrible
Straight
vert.
ahead speed, though. Good pad level.
Weird,
Exactly.
this isn't on my timeline. What are you guys talking
everywhere.
about?
It's a
Basically,
robot.
Kay, there's like these iRobots that Boston Mechanics are making.
Okay.
And at first when you watch the videos, you're like, that's not a big deal. And then you see this robot run up the stairs faster than Rocky. At one point, they were hitting this robot with a bat, and he was just getting back up, holding a box.
It makes me think, Boston Mechanics, is this a Patriots secret project or something?
I don't
Come on,
know.
because that thing can play.
You ain't lying. And
Right?
here's the thing. At first sight, you're like, I don't care about this robot and his new mechanics.
I care.
But then you're like, that's scary as hell.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
basically, I'm saying, if Cam gets back to where he needs to be and his mechanics are the truth and he's fast, he's strong, and he's running down the field and he can throw as good as ever, it's going to be scary as hell. So just be careful. It's a big deal that Cam is playing, and he does have a new throw motion.
And he's got Curtis Samuel there, DJ Moore, so I want to see some of that chemistry. It's huge. People have drafts this week, next week. Selfishly, is he a top 10 fantasy quarterback? He is at NFL.com right now. He's number 9. So I want to see what he does because I think that whatever sample size, the 1 drive, the 2 drives, the couple series that he plays, will decide for fantasy owners, am I going to take this guy and trust him all year long? So you all want to see Cam. Do we want to see this guy, another MVP quarterback? He's been battling an injury, and he maybe will make his debut, maybe on Thursday night. Aaron Rodgers was expected to play last week. He was scratched late, of course. He had some back tightness he was dealing with. Big deal or no big deal, Aaron Rodgers getting game action before the regular season starts, Peter.
I'm going to say in a different reason why, but big deal, and I want to see Aaron Rodgers on the field, and why it's different than Cam Newton is that he's actually in a new offense. He's with this Matt LaFleur offense. I want to see the communication from a new coach with Nathaniel Hackett, the offensive coordinator, and a new head coach in Matt LaFleur with Aaron Rodgers. That, to me, is the difference between Cam Newton and Aaron Rodgers. Cam Newton, we know what he's done in Norv Turner's offense. We know all those skill players. Rodgers, new offense, let's see it. But if his back has any tightness, any issue, please do not go on the field. Please do not risk it because we spent the season 2 years ago without Aaron Rodgers, and it wasn't very fun for Green Bay.
I hear that, but I'm going to go no big deal. I defer to these guys. Roethlisberger, Breeze, Rodgers, like, they know. If they want to be out there, they'll be out there. New coach or not, Rodgers is already on record saying there's no correlation between preseason and regular season. This preseason, Rodgers was saying, I don't even like joint practices. He doesn't want to be out there. And let me just say this. Back tightness as a scratch, I wouldn't want to say anybody's BSing or anything, but remember the line in Clueless where the guy goes, my foot hurts, can I go to the nurse? Sure, go ahead. I'm a little back tight. I'm going to watch this one.
So
I don't want to see him.
You don't mind if he's out there. You're going to defer to him. Do you do that
Yes.
with all players, or do you have different? Because
Quarterbacks who have been around for years and years and years, masters of their craft.
Okay.
Those are the guys, they know. I'm not going to tell Tom Brady or Drew Brees that they should be out there. They know.
I'm going with big deal. I do think this is a big deal. And it's not for game situations. It's not about 2-minute drill or the 4-minute offense or blitz pickup. It's about the situations between the relationship of the quarterback and the head coach. At some point, there's going to be something that doesn't go according to plan, and I want to see these guys work it out. You can't simulate that at practice. Coach calls in a play. Aaron Rodgers says, nah, I don't like that. He switches the play. The play is successful or it's not. And then you have that conversation on the sideline. I don't want that to happen in real time week 1. I want them to get through that, work out the kinks in the preseason.
Love that. At GMFB with your answers. It's been a slightly underwhelming preseason for number 1 overall pick Kyler Murray, but there may be a reason for that. Cliff Kingsbury told Football Morning in America that the Cardinals are trying to keep it close to the vest. Big deal or no big deal, Nate, that the Cardinals are keeping their offense vanilla granola so far this season?
I believe it's a big deal. You know, I was looking at 2 quarterbacks last season that had really good years. Baker Mayfield, pretty underwhelming in the preseason through 2 games, but the only difference is he was the number 2 quarterback last year with the Browns. And I was also looking at Pat Mahomes. He was phenomenal. 2 touchdowns through week 2, threw the ball close to 40 times. That's alarmingly different than what we're seeing out of Kyler Murray. Unless Cliff Kingsbury has something very special up his sleeve and he's going to pull it out of his back pocket week 1, I would like to see more because this is the NFL, baby. This ain't college. You can't just turn it on week 1.
You know how much I loved watching everyone get off that bandwagon over the weekend? Guys, I said it on the show 3 weeks ago. I said it on the show 2 weeks ago.
You did.
Anything you see from the Cardinals this preseason is not going to be a part of their regular season playbook. I've heard that from the source itself. So when I tell you, it's a big deal because we've got a whole new offense coming week 1 that they've been practicing in practice. I feel like the guy on the subway who's alone in the car because the air conditioning's not working. I'm fine with that, all right? I'm here for it. I'm doubling down on Kyler. I'm okay with that Thursday night performance, too.
Who am I to disagree with Peace Regs? He said they're running the Tecmo Bowl offense. It's 4 plays, up an A, right an A, down an A, left an A. We'll see him against Detroit, week 1. This is vanilla. Vanilla, not even chips. Vanilla.
All right, this show's a big deal, so you should keep watching as we break down Antonio Brown after this. The saga is raging on. We've got behind the behind-the-scenes looks at the drama on Hard Knocks tonight. Don't miss it. And did this guy win the week and win the starting gig?
This is a hell of a throw. Sometimes